Hi everybody, welcome to Questions with Krista. Super happy to have you. Glad you're here. So this is where I answer questions that people write in about and we just answer them as they go. Now here's the thing, even if you're not in real estate, if or in lending, most of these questions are applicable to any business. So don't tune out just because you're not in real estate or lending, because we are now actually branching off our Krista Mashore coaching to work with all local businesses and professionals. And these strategies work for everyone. So the question is, how do you prepare for a listing presentation? Do you send a pre-listing package in advance? If so, what does it include? So now, I want you to think about this, even if you're not a real estate agent or a lender. Anytime you're going to meet with a client, you should get something in front of them prior to actually meeting with them. So yes, anytime that I have a listing, what I do is the day before the listing presentation or a few days before, I will send my marketing plan. So I'll drop off a marketing plan, then I will do a bomb video, and let them know that we put the marketing plan on their front porch. I'll also sometimes call them and say, hey, just want to make sure you got the marketing plan. And why do I do this? I give them a marketing plan beforehand because I want them to see that I am different. I'm doing something that nobody else does. Most agents don't take the time to give them something before meeting with them, but I want to set the precedence in advance that I'm different than my competitors and I go the extra mile to do something unique and different to let them know that I take my business seriously. Also, I send them a 14-minute pre-listing presentation video that talks to them all about all the different marketing strategies we do, how we do things, why we do them, what to expect, what statistics are, and what I'm doing, and the reasons why I'm doing them, and why my competitors might say they're doing things, but I'll show them how what they're doing truly isn't really the correct way of doing it. We show our numbers, our stats on how we really truly are so different than everyone else. When you do this, Pepper, no. She's just living to lick my lotion off my legs. When you do this, what happens is it sets you apart from everyone else, right? So if they're interviewing multiple people, Pepper, no, go sit down. If they're interviewing multiple people, what it will do is it will show that they want to meet with me because I'm giving them a lot of what I'm doing in advance. I don't care what business that you're in. If there's some kind of a pre-presentation before you meet with clients that you can give them via video as telling them what to expect and why you do what you do, how you do what you do, what happens is it establishes you more as an authority figure. It gets them to start developing a relationship with you. They get to know you, they get to like you, they get to trust you, and they see you as the authority figure before you even actually get in front of them during that appointment. Now, why is this important? Because then during the appointment, you can take the time to get to know them. Also, if they're interviewing multiple people for whatever it is that they're hiring you for, it's going to ensure that you actually get your foot in the front door, right? So many times what I'll do is I'll answer a lot of the questions that I know people might be telling them to ask, or I'll answer a lot of the questions that I know that they might have, and I'll make sure that my video prior to meeting with them sets me apart before I go there. So yes, I do a marketing plan dropped off at their house, followed with a bomb video or a phone call making sure they got it. Then I will send a video that actually talks about the selling process, what I do, why I do it, how I do it before they get there. I let them know that I won't meet with them until they actually watch that video because I want to spend the time getting to know them once I'm there. Then when I show up, I've got my seller homework packet that actually gives homework for the seller to do if they decide to list with me. I've got a sheet that asks for their information for birthdays, anniversaries, all that. I've got samples of just listed cards, just sold cards that I've done. I've got samples of videos, before and after pictures of homes that I've done from staging, a whole list of what they can expect for us to do. And what else do I have in my packet when I go? All of this is actually on my iPad in Trello, so I have a little thing called Trello that we use, and we ask questions like, do you have how many trees do you have, and is there a solar lease, and anything and everything that I need to know about that property. I have it on my iPad so I can just check boxes, and then it goes directly to my team so nothing gets missed. And that pretty much is the listing presentation video. If we get the listing, one process happens. If we don't get the listing, a different process happens. Regardless, I always send a thank you card afterwards, letting them know how much I love meeting with them, how great it was, and I bring up something very specific about them. when I'm there, and that alone at many times has helped us actually get the listing. So I try to just do the little things all the time that end up making a big difference later on. So I hoped that helped you and made a lot of sense to you, and we're here to answer all the questions that you have. We're here to serve. So be sure to turn on your post notifications so you know when we have further content out, as well as subscribe to our page. And as always, make it a great day, and when you do what you love, people love what you do. Can't wait to get your questions later on, and see you soon. Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free, and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.